What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Gambino Gaming video. Based on the overwhelming success that the last video did, we are here with a part 2 with my NFL fantasy football team to see how well they will do in Madden 25. So let's give some shouts out to Timothy 2397, IRS Blazer, Rashid Mustafa 6721, Corby Engage 82, and Aaron Frost 9216. Thanks for the very overwhelmingly successful compliments that you guys dropped in the comments. If you didn't see the first video, make sure you go back and watch that video and then come back to watch this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to use my NFL fantasy football team. If you're not in multiple leagues, what are you doing, bro? Lock the fuck in. Bump the over on the 2.5 on the fantasy football leagues and lock in. Okay? Now lean over. Let me give you a kiss on the forehead. Because I don't like seeing the bros not being in the fantasy leagues, beating their homies and their co-workers and their classmates in all the fantasy leagues they can and showing them that they know ball better. So next year, 3 leagues or none, bro. 3 leagues or none. Lock in. So here's a look at my fantasy league on NFL Fantasy. Starting quarterback, obviously, the man, the myth, the legend, Jayden Daniels. Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. Also have Devin Singletary, very lackluster. That RB2 position has been a revolving carousel. We have Sonic and Jahmyr Gibbs. Scary Terry McLaurin. CD. Jerry had a little lamb. CD Lamb. CD Lamb. Zachers, another revolving door position at the tight end. Malik Neighbors. Raheem Mostert. Keon Coleman, Demario Douglas, Pat Fryermuth, Dallas Goedert, Young Hoku, and we have the Detroit Lions defense. If we look at the league, I am currently 7-5. Started off very hot, but have had a very bad fall from grace here recently. Started off undefeated, and then things kind of got ugly there at this later point of the season. But we still locked in. We still locked in 10 folds. So if we go over here, get that out of here. We'll look at our team. Look at our depth chart. So like I said, we had Jayden Daniels as our starting quarterback. Running back is Gibbs, Mostert, and Singletary. We have Fryermuth, Ertz. It's fullbacks. So we have CD, Terry McLaurin, Malik Neighbors, Demario Douglas, Keon Coleman as our 5 position wide receivers. And then tight ends we have Dallas Goedert, Pat Fryermuth, and Zach Ertz. I think Pat Fryermuth deserves to be higher than an 81, but that might just be being a biased Steelers fan. We did the same thing like we did in our last video and used the Washington Commanders offensive line to match with Jayden Daniels. We could have just cheesed the system and used the Detroit Lions offensive line, which wouldn't be fair because their offensive line is like the best in the league. And then we have the Lions defense, who has Zadarius Smith, Pat O'Connor, Josh Pascal, Ala Quahid Muhammad, sorry if I butchered that, DJ Reader, Aleem McNeil, Malcolm Rodriguez, Jack Campbell, David Long, Ben Amin, Ezekiel Turner. Then we got some guys, Carlton Davidson, Terry Arnold, Emmanuel Mosley, Amik Robertson, Kendall Vildor, Brian. Then we got our safeties, Kirby Joseph, Lauren Strickland, Brandon Joseph, and then we got Brian Branch, Emmanuel Mosley. They need some more safety help. And then our kicker, Young Hoku. My old bitch was tripping, but my Young Hoku. So, currently, the Detroit Lions are 10-1, if my knowledge serves me correct. Let's get a fact check on that. NFL standings. Pretty sure they're 10-1. 11-1. Excuse me. So, we want to at least do better, or if not, supersede that. So, on our schedule, we will have Rams, Buccaneers, Cardinals, Seahawks. I think we should win all 4 of those games. I think we should beat the Cowboys since they don't have CD now. We should beat the Vikings, the Titans. We should beat the Packers, the Jags, the Colts, the Bears. The Bills will be might be a bit of a challenge. The Bears we should beat, and the Niners will be a problem. So I feel like we should have like at least 13 or 14 wins by the end of the year. But hey, that's not up to me. We will go ahead and simulate to the halfway point, and I will see you guys back in just a moment. So we're back at the halfway point. I'm going to make myself a little smaller, and we are currently what? As I say, there's been no games played. Okay, here we go. We are 2-4. Why? Why are we so bad? Everyone's playing as they're supposed to, and we're 2-5. We lost by 7 to the Rams, and Jane Daniels 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, took 2 sacks. 75% is good. 224. Our rushing wasn't great. We had 1 touchdown though. Receiving 96 from CD, 55 from Dallas, 43 from Terry, 18 from Malik Neighbors. What is up with this team? Why are they so bad? Then we lost by 4 to the Buccaneers. Or Jay Daniels did not throw a touchdown. We had an interception. He didn't get sacked. He had a 48% completion rating. Gibbs had 64. Jay Daniels had 44. Mostert had 26. Gibbs had 2 touchdowns. Secretary had 1 for 1. Mike Evans 129. CD 63. Terry McLaurin 22. Pat 21. Goddard 20. Neighbors 16. Gibbs 15. Mostert 12. Why's Preston Smith on the Buccaneers? He should be on the Steelers. We beat the hell out of the Cardinals. Okay. That's Jay Daniels, 234 touchdowns, 67 is the longest, 18 for 23. Kyler, 247, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, no sacks. Gibbs, 137, 1 touchdown, okay. James Conner, 51, Murray, 34, Mostert, 18, Daniels, 11. Receiving, Neighbors, 104, Marvin Harrison, 99, CD, 67, Goddard, 30, McLaurin, 24, Gibbs, 5. Interceptions went to Mosley and Brian Branch. I just don't understand why this team is so bad. And then we lost to the Seahawks by 18. Why? Jay Daniels 248, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Geno Smith 176, 4 touchdowns. He was sacked twice. Jay Daniels sacked 3 times. Kenneth Walker 101, Gibbs 49, Daniels 25. And then DK 96, Neighbors 68, CD 62, McLaurin 46, Goddard 43, Lockett 36, Gibbs 29, and Tutty. What the hell is up with this team? Josh Pascal got 1, DJ Reader and Zadarius Smith shared a half a sack. And then they was just picking our boy Jane Daniels off like he was free cheese. And beat the Cowboys by 6. Cooper Rush threw for 339 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jane Daniels, 208, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, sacked twice, took 2 rushes 3 times. 73 for Gibbs with 4 touchdowns. Daniels with 24. Mosher with 8 and a touchdown. Neighbors with 1. Terry McLaurin, 103. Jake Ferguson, CD with 41. Goddard with 35. Mosher with 12. Gibbs with 10. Neighbors with 7. 2 for Pascal, 1 for Parsons, 1 for Overshown, half for Campbell and Long. Robertson had 1, Bland had 1, Hooker had 1, Trevon Diggs had 1. I just don't understand why this team is this bad. And then the Vikings, we got absolutely blown out, 31-7. Sam Darnold, 191, 1 touchdown. Jay Daniels, 158, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked twice. Aaron Jones, 87, Cam Akers, 53. Then Gibbs, 39, Daniels, 29. Mostert, 3. Jettas, 54, Hawkinson, 53, Neighbors, 52. Sheffield, CD, 49. Goddard, 43, Mostert, 14. Jack Campbell with 1. Okay, so we are in the hole pretty bad, and I don't know how. I can't fix it. There's no changes I can make besides making sure that, like, let's do these upgrades. Maybe that'll give us a little bit of a boost. I don't want to change the team strategy, but I'm not going to change the strategy. If I could change the strategy, if I do it again and change the strategy, let me know in the comment section. Depth chart. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're so bad. But, alright, I guess I'll simulate to the end of the season, and hopefully we can make a playoff push. We're 2-4 right now. And if you look around the league, Rodgers is leading in passing yards. Jacobs leading in rushing yards. Christian Watson in receiving yards. Greg Rousseau in sacks. Ty Johnson in interceptions. And Barton from Denver with tackles. Dallas is 0-6. Tennessee's 0-6. Philly's undefeated. Buffalo's 6-1. And everybody, Steelers are 5-2. Cleveland 6-1. What? Denver 1-6. I don't understand. But alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so we're here at the end of the season, and it didn't look like things went too well for us whatsoever. So we ended up losing to the Packers, the Texans, beating the Jags, losing to the Colts, losing to the Bears, beating the Packers, losing to the Bills, beating the Bears, losing to the Niners, and losing to the Vikings. What in the world? What in the world happened here? He's just throwing all the interceptions. Interceptions and sacks. Then a rushing game was just... Where the hell is Jahmyr Gibbs? And we don't really throw the ball that well either. This is very underwhelming. I know this team is not great, but I feel like they were better than this with the weapons they have on offense and defense. Well, if you look at the playoff picture, we're nowhere near there. You got the Bills versus the Colts, Chiefs versus the Steelers, Texans versus the Dolphins with the Ravens with a bye, Niners versus Commanders, Vikings versus Seahawks, Buccaneers versus Packers with the Eagles with a bye. And then, if you look around the league, Mahomes finished first with passing yards, Aaron Jones in rushing, Devonta Smith in receiving, Alex Highsmith finished with the most sacks, J.C. Horn with interceptions, and then that Barton guy did finish in first with tackles. Well, we'll go ahead and simulate to the end. So we had a Packers versus Ravens Super Bowl with Madubuike winning the Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes wins MVP. Sirianni wins Coach of the Year. Devonta Smith wins Offensive Player of the Year. Alex Highsmith wins Defensive Player of the Year. Love to see that. Ladd McConkey wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Drew Phillips. I just don't understand why this team was this bad. I don't. Harrison Smith retiring. So is Cam Jordan. Rodgers finally retires. Trent Williams retires. Von Miller retires. Huh. Wow. Wow. So, the Eagles go undefeated, and the Cowboys go 1-16. Who was the? A lot of 10-win teams. The Steelers went 10-7, which we're pretty much right at right now. Titans 2-15. Cowboys 1-16. Bears 3-14. We went 6-11. Wow. Wow. Look at the who else retired. Case Keenum, Stephon Gilmore, Nick Folk, Taysom Hill, Demario Davis, Kevin Zeitler, Josh Johnson, Andy Dalton, Adam Thielen, Alexander Johnson, Cornelius Lucas, Morgan Moses, Tyrod Taylor, Brandon Graham, Calais Campbell, Jordan Poirier, Joe Flacco, Matt Prater, Tannehill, Mercedes Lewis, Linville Joseph, Boston Scott. Oh, these guys are all free agents. Wow, I can't believe we went 6-11. That's fucking asinine. I'm going to sim to next season and just see what happens. So we're at the mid-season point of season 2, and we are 5-2, which is a lot better than we were last year. If you look at our schedule, we beat the Vikings, lost to the Bengals, beat the Packers, the Browns, the Packers, and the Cowboys, and got thumped by the Vikings. So we're looking a lot better in year 2 than we did year 1. The only person we lost, based on my analysis, was Zach Ertz. So let's go ahead and simulate to the playoffs and see if we can make the playoffs this time around. So we're here at 10-7, and if we look at the bracket, we are the 6th seed going against the Niners, and we have the Steelers as the 2 seed, Jags as the 7 seed, Bills at the 3, Chargers at the 6, Texans at the 4, Ravens at the 5, and the Chiefs at the 1. On the other side, Eagles 1, Packers 2, Bears 7, Falcons 4, and the Rams 5. If we go and look at the stats and awards, should have did this for year 1, but I think I can do that right here, actually. I don't need you to tell me.
Here are our players. This is the abilities tab.
So last year he went 3,900 yards, 26 on 20 interceptions, sacked 19 times. This year sacked 38 times, 69%, 66%. 10 interceptions compared to the 20 is good. 2 more touchdowns, but 400 less. Yards. 1,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, no fumbles from Gibbs. 383, 1 touchdown, no fumbles. We didn't fumble the ball. 1,100 from CD with 7 TDs. Terry with 909.5. Dallas Guard 562, 4 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors 349, 3 touchdowns. Keon Coleman 242, 7 touchdowns. Gibbs 204, 1 receiving touchdown. And Pat Farmer with 147, 1 receiving touchdown. Singletary 16, no touchdowns. And then on the defensive side, our sack leader looks like Aiden Hutchinson at 14.5. Then Zadarius Smith, McNeil, Pascal, Jack Campbell, Anzalone. 1 from Arnold, 1 from Branch, 1 from Mabin. Half a sack from these guys. And then interceptions. Robertson with 5. Campbell with 3. Arnold with 3. Branch with 3. Anzalone with 1. Mabin with 1. Raker Straw with 1. Joseph with 1. And Merriweather with 1. Forced fumbles. 2 from McNeil and 1 from Terry and Arnold. So this team looked a lot better than we did last year. I think that addition of Aiden Hutchinson being healthy helped us out a lot. Purdy finished at the top of the passing yards. Josh Jacobs again. Ayuk with 1,600 yards. Max Crosby with 17 sacks. Aiden Hutchinson finished in 3rd place. Davis with 10 interceptions. I have no idea how to say that guy's name. Led with tackles. Solo tackles. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how these playoffs play out. We're in the divisional. Okay. Steelers lose to the Jags. Hate to see that. Bills beat the Chargers. Ravens beat the Texans. Packers beat the Bears. We beat the Niners. Rams beat the Falcons. Okay. Okay, love to see that. And we lost to the Eagles, who are going on to face the Packers, and it'll be the Chiefs and the Bills in the championship game. Packers beat the Rams. We lost to the Eagles by 16. Ravens lost to the Bills by 7, and then the Jaguars lost to the Chiefs by 27. Fitting of the Jags. All right, we'll go ahead and simulate to the Super Bowl and see what happens from there. All right, so we have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl against the Eagles again, winning by 6, with Patrick Mahomes winning Super Bowl MVP. You gotta have conversation for the guy to be the GOAT at this point. Jalen Hurts wins the NFL MVP. Nick Sirianni wins Coach of the Year. Brandon Ayuk wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to T.J. Edwards of the Bears. And then some auto-generated guys win Rookie of the Year for offensive defense. Okay, so if you made it this far, obviously you enjoyed the video, which I hope you did. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in for more videos. I'm trying to bolster up this channel a lot more going forward. We see Captain Cam Hayward retire with Bobby Wagner, Matty Stafford, David Bakatari, Zach Martin. But hey, I love you guys. Thank you for everything you guys do for the channel. I appreciate you. Stay classy. And until next time, peace.